Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elfalas, and I'm here watching Fnatic versus not Fnatic. I've already messed up. Origin versus Vitality. This is week 5, day 2 of European LCS in the 2016 spring split. So, really excited to watch this game. These are two pretty decent teams. I believe Vitality beat G2 Esports yesterday, who is surprisingly doing the best of any team in the ULCS. So I'm really excited to see kind of what goes on. I skipped the pick ban phase because I don't really care about that. I'll kind of just talk about these picks wherever I can, kind of during the course of the game. But like, we're seeing pretty standard like start. The starts, level 1s here in general have kind of become a little stale, at least for me. Now, granted, I haven't seen every single LCS game so far. I've been catching like probably about half or less than half. So, with school and everything. So, I might have missed some really cool games, but so far I haven't really seen anything really crazy with these level 1 starts. It's mostly just like, either like one team goes for a 5-man, like level 1 invade, they get vision, or they just do a blind lane swap. Anyways, so Vitality does the blind lane swap in this game, which makes sense because, quite frankly, the Braum and Lucian lane is very strong. Cabochard is just going to get his flash blown right away. That's going to be important, I think. That will be very important. So, we'll have to see what exactly OG does with that. So, Soaz is just roaming down to start up a little double jungle here with Amazing and hit level 2. Now, Cabochard won't actually be able to do this. He won't be able to get any experience from that jungle because he just got chunked a ton down in that bottom lane. And, I mean, Italy clears fine on her own anyways, so there wouldn't be much point to it besides giving Cabo experience. Like, seriously, look at that clear. She just demolished that red buff. So we're going to see the very, very, very standard tower trade here. Now, the interesting thing here is that Rek'Sai didn't take blue buff, which means that it's just going to straight up go to Nidalee right now. Like, I don't know why they didn't take that blue buff. I wasn't actually looking at that right away. But this might even go over to... No. I saw Zilean going up, so I thought it might go to Zilean, but... Nope, they're just going to give it to Nidalee. She'll get a refresh on that. Which means that OG gets 3 buffed here right at the beginning of the game. Now, that's not the worst thing ever. Blue buff isn't really all that integral on Rek'Sai. I just was kind of confused as to why he didn't take that. Maybe he just didn't want his jungle pathing to be slowed down that much. It is a lot faster just to clear the smaller camps instead of clearing buffs. I mean, that's really the only real reason I can think of it. For that. So, yeah, 3 buff for Vitality, that's cool. It's not like a huge advantage, but it's something. You can see that Vitality has a 1k gold advantage from farm in all of their lanes. Oh, and a tower. Shoot. Origin wasn't able to get that tower. That's... it's always so... I don't know, weird when a team tries to do a tower trade and then doesn't actually end up trading a tower. So that's actually a large portion of the gold lead for Vitality here. Now, the 1k gold lead is important, but it's not as important as it might seem, because 1k gold over 5 members is like 200 gold each. That's like not even an important item. Like, you can't get any decent item for 200 gold, just more sustain. Now, granted, it will build over time, so once you have a 1k gold lead. If you have a 1k gold lead, you put yourself in a position where you can get a bigger gold lead, and you'll complete your items 200 gold faster. So like, it's still good. I mean, I'm just saying that immediately it won't really provide any massive benefit, but still good. Still very important. You can still start a snowball with that. Anyways, so we see Cabochard is just pushing this top lane in super hard as Graves. And while Cabochard is pushing in, Nidalee is roaming down into this bottom lane and putting pressure down, throwing out the spears. Of course, Rek'Sai's up in the top lane to try and gank this extended Graves. Cabo, he's not dumb. He backs off. He knows. So Cabochard actually does have a back though, and now he's teleporting into this bottom lane brush. So no, we're not going to see a dive. But you have that serrated Dirk, which does wonders for your damage. And on any 80 character, really, but especially on Graves. But yeah, we won't see a dive. We're not going to see a dragon because all 5 members of Origin are down on the bottom side now. Of course, Vitality doesn't know this for sure, but they can kind of guess because, I mean, as soon as Malphite starts TPing down into the bottom lane, Rek'Sai's going to be roaming down too. He's not going to sit up and say yes in the top lane. Like, there's not really much point in that. But yeah. The thing is, I haven't actually seen Braum do anything yet in this kit besides blow Cabo's flash, which nothing happened because of that. So, like, whenever the camera's been on bottom lane, it's always been like Lucian 1v2. Alright, so Vitality spots out amazing. That's important to note. So they know that Rek'Sai's in the bottom side jungle, which means Cabochard is just kind of free to just do whatever top lane. You can see he's just shoving in Soaz now, because there's no danger to him at all. And then with this pressure on the top side, he can go into, OG's topside jungle, do whatever, back, get items, which is what he's doing. He has a lot of options. He doesn't decide to back. Corki picks up the package, so we could see Vitality try and take a dragon here, or a Rift Herald. The thing is with the package is that it's basically means that Origin can't really go in on Vitality for the time being, because it's just too dangerous to go in against a packaged up Corki. It's just really strong, unless you get a really favorable engage. But Shook here, just invading the blue buff. He had the timer on this because, of course, he stole the blue buff initially. So, OG is just backing off. And I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, I don't know. It just seemed a little weird. Because Bard was coming up, and they did see him with a ward, but I don't know. It just feels kind of weird that they backed off of that. I don't know. They were just... Oh, I suppose Zillion ult. I forgot about that. Yeah, Zillion ult would be really devastating this early in the game, so... Good idea to avoid that. So Nidalee's starting up the Rift Herald. She can do that because Rek'Sai's on the bottom side. There's nothing you can do to stop it. They know Rek'Sai's on the bottom side because they have some really, really solid ward coverage. I think some of that was from Bard when he roamed up. This is just like total control from Vitality so far. They're just, playing this game by the book. It's really fun to watch, actually. I'm really curious as to what they do in the mid game, because right now this is just standard kind of early game stuff. I mean, they have the Nidalee who's kind of roaming and invading, so that's kind of interesting to watch. But holy cow, he demolished that jungle camp. So Amazing's backing off. They know Amazing's down there. They're gonna collapse here. Yeah, they can't. They gotta respect the teleport. It gets canceled though, you know, because Amazing gets out fine, so they don't need to finish that TP. They'll just take the reduced cooldown. I don't think it even reduces the cooldown by all that much anymore. It reduces it by like 5% or something. Anyways, but yeah, this Malphite's just gonna be up in that top lane. Oh wow, the Nidalee poke's doing some work. So they have the teleport advantage. So Cabochard just comes down and wow. Oh, the Zilean roam too. That was beautiful. Looks like a Sing will go down, but that was just beautifully set up play from Origin. Wow, that was really nice. So they have the teleport advantage because Soaz had to cancel his teleport, so they just got vision behind the tower and teleported in with Cabochard. Zilean started roaming down because they had the wave shoved. And of course, Power of Evil started his teleport because they're running double TP, but Zilean was able to make it down. So nice, dude. Look at that. You see, he's just right there, Zilean. Corki's on the other side of the tower, but it doesn't even matter. Zilean gets the ult down onto Nidalee. And then it's just cleanup work. Oh, that was beautiful. Only Bard goes down. It's 1 for 4. I love League of Legends too, so that's what I live for. That was just a beautiful play. Like, even though LCS isn't the best league in the world, you know, I still just get like astounded by the plays these guys pull off and like the communication stuff. Because, you know, I'm playing solo queue, you know, and there's no communication, there's no, you know, whatever, no teamwork, no strategies, all just kind of mindless. And then you watch LCS and you're just like, wow, these guys are good. These guys must play like 4 hours a day or something. Anyways, so yeah, Vitality is up in the top lane here, just chunking away at that turret. Yeah, there's not really much they can do to save that. It was really nice. Nice play by Vitality. Just rotating their members up in the top lane with the wave, rotating back into the mid lane. I don't think they'll be able to get this turret, but they'll get some chunk damage down. Zilean is just pushing up that bottom lane. He's roaming up now. He's taking Krugs though. It's always so weird to see, like, it's weird for me to see a Zilean taking a jungle camp because, you know, most of the Zileans I see are supports. So it's like, whoa. Anyways. But I don't think we'll see Zilean support in the LCS just because it's not that good, honestly. It's better in solo queue because in solo queue, like, you can build AP, and then you have, like, because he's just got so much utility. Like, you honestly, like, I don't even know what you'd build on Zilean support besides AP. Like, there's just no other good items for him. That's why we'll never see. That's why we'll never see Zilean in LCS. There's just no good items for Zilean support. I mean, I guess Zeke's is pretty good, but that's like one item. You need more than that. Yeah, so Italy's taking this Rift Herald again. And it's probably going to go, like, Oh, no, they back off because of Soaz, it looks like. They saw the rotations coming in. Yeah, double buff Nidalee is really scary. So Origin's gonna start working on the Rift Herald. The question is, what can Vitality get? So they... Oh. That's funny. I think they're just trying to scare him off, honestly. Not actually gonna contest that. In Origin, you know, they read that. There's no real good chance. So yeah, Cabochard is just pushing these side lanes up over and over and over again. He's got a Ghost Blade already, and he's got another serrated Dirk. That's pretty strong. I'm actually kind of interested because Nidalee went Rod of Ages, and I know the build last year was tier first. You get tier first item. Rod of Ages, though, I think that's fine on Nidalee, especially if you're going for more of a Bruiser-esque build. So Sven actually gets the Rift Herald here. That's good to see. The mid lane getting pushed in, though. There's a lot of wave clear from Corki and from Nuke Duck. So they might get this turret. Braum is roaming up, so that's going to be good. They should be able to defend this. Hold on to this turret for a bit longer. Especially because Zilean's kind of moving up to the top lane to deal with Lucian. I assume that they're not putting Corki against Lucian, because Lucian is in his power spike right now. He's got the Lucidity boots, he's got Essence Reaver. It's pretty strong. Ooh, there's a bit of a duel going on here. Cabo versus Soaz. Cabo's getting that DPS, though. Whew. Yeah. That's actually kind of embarrassing. He just took that duel and completely failed. I mean, I guess he probably thought it'd be fine because, like, Cabo didn't have, like, red buff or anything, but... Ooh, Amazing's getting dove now, too. He doesn't look like... Okay, he's gonna go down. Tempered Fate stops the tower aggro, too. That's really nice play there. Ooh, it might be a turnaround kill onto Zilean, though. That's a really early ultimate, though. I'm not sure if you can Zilean ulti when you're stunned up, though, so that might have been why. You know. See, the thing is, it's going to be hard for them to dive this top lane. Because Braum doesn't have his ultimate, but Zilean also doesn't have his ultimate. Cabo has teleport, though, so they don't want to commit super hard to a dive. Otherwise, they'll get TP'd on. Anyways, so this duel is just so weird. He runs up to take this fight with no backup whatsoever. So this is just straight up a miscalculation by... And he uses his ult at the last second to try and get away. That was just so random. Like, that honestly just looks like he's... It's like a first time Malphite kind of play. I don't even understand. That was just so random. And then, of course, Amazing tries to defend a turret solo, which doesn't make any sense against a Nidalee and a Graves. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Alright. So Vitality is just over here taking a dragon, pretty smooth and simple. There's no vision at all for OG. I mean, that's just gonna happen when you're, you know, 7k down. You know, you lose vision control. It happens. The real question is, how is Origin gonna come back? Because they have this Malphite, and they can do some pretty great stuff with it. The real, like, they just need to get Vitality to group up. And the problem with that is that Malphite can't really deal with Cabochard right now. he's just gonna get totally shoved in every time, and he can't take a one-on-one duel now. If they commit more than one member to try and take on Cabochard, then like Vitality can just take a lot elsewhere because they have so much wave clear with Corki and with sorry, with Corki and with Zillion. They have a lot of wave clear, and then Nidalee can speed up the attack speed there from Corki, which can help them chunk out towers really quickly. So there's not really any good wave clear from Origin either. They have Ahri and Lucian, who both have okay wave clear. I mean, not really good wave clear. It's just okay. I mean, it's good in the sense that it can clear waves really fast, but you can't actually like do it from a meaningful range. So yeah, so we're starting to see Vitality just start their game-winning play. Cabo in the bottom lane, Corki and Zillion up in the mid lane with Nidalee just kind of roaming around, making plays happen. And so you can see that whenever Vitality loses vision of people on Origin, Cabochard's backing off. And this is just, Vitality knows how to play the split push, okay? They're not going to let Cabochard get caught out when, Nuke Duck and Hjarnan and Kasing are backing. Cabochard's backing off, waiting for the wave to push back up to him so that he can start farming again. So Nuke Duck's actually up in the top lane, so we might see a play from Malphite. This would probably be prime time to make something happen right now. The problem is that OG doesn't really want to spend a teleport and an ultimate to get 1 or 2 picks. It's kind of an unfortunate situation. They don't really have great vision control either for a teleport play. They have a lot of blue trinket wards, but you can't teleport to those. They have 4 blue trinkets on Origin. Like that's a lot of vision, but that's not a lot of playmaking potential. All right. So Malphite's roaming up to the mid lane here. Actually, he's going back down. No, he's coming back. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, he's up here in the mid lane. So the problem is Origin just needs Vitality to group up, but Vitality doesn't actually need to group up, so they're not ever going to group up. It's just one of those things where Origin just like is in a really crappy situation because they just fell behind early, and now their team comp has no way to come back. Like, I'm looking at this right now, and it's just like, how do you do anything right now? Unless you just overcommit like 3 members down to kill like Cabochard or something. Just chase them down with Malphite ultimate or whatever. In which case you lose all your turrets in the mid lane. But, whatever. It's just how it goes sometimes. So I actually want to see Vitality start playing around the Baron. The reason I want to see it is because I think they can. The reason they're probably not going to do it, unless well, they're getting vision control right now, but it's harder for them to bait Baron because they don't have anyone who can really take Baron all that fast. Like, they can clear out this vision, and they have teleport onto Cabochard, but I don't think they can actually start it up yet because they don't have a teleport advantage, and they can't realistically threaten Baron very hard. And like grouping up at a Baron, if they get teleported on by Malphite, that could be extremely disastrous. So that's what they want to do, I should say. You want to start baiting out this Baron with your split pusher. Like when you're playing a split push comp, pressuring Baron and pressuring a side lane is the easiest way to like close out games because it forces the enemy into a catch-22. The problem is that Vitality can't actually do that super easily because it's too easy for them to get collapsed on. And look, I really don't think they're going to start it yet. They're just waiting for someone to, you know, get caught out. And of course, Mithy here is getting, you know, collapsed on because they came out. But they're not going to get anyone. Yeah, a little unfortunate. That was a good move, though, because they almost did get a couple kills there. Almost. But not quite enough. So, yeah. Cabochard is just going back into the bottom lane. You know, gonna pressure that up as hard as I can. OG is gonna get back some control on this Baron area. It's not gonna last very long though because they have blue trinkets. They don't have any real vision. Wait a second. Okay, never mind. I was like really scared because I didn't see Brown having a sight stone, but he built it into the support item that combines your gold gen with your sight stone. So for a second I thought that Mithy didn't buy a sight stone. I'm like, this kid. But no, he did. He has a sight stone. We Gucci. So we're seeing a third dragon go to Vitality. Honestly, I think that's really an opportunity for Origin. They just didn't have the right timing, right? Because, oh, that was a really, really nice Tempered Fate. Just set right up into the double bomb from Zilean. There was nothing. I mean, besides flashing out of the initial Tempered Fate. I mean, honestly, you should have just done that. Ooh. The heal comes out. You manage to stay alive. That's not a good Malphite ultimate. That was, yeah. See, the reason is like, you don't need that Malphite ultimate to disengage. Alright? There's a Zilean ultimate on the other team. And even if you do get that pick on the Cabochard, you're still gonna die, and it's a 2-for-1. There's literally no way that ever ends up coming out to being worth for you. Wow. That's just a super on. Whoa, the Zilean ultimate was already back up. Holy cow. Got wasted, though. But, yeah, wow. The Baron gets stopped, I suppose. Wow. Demolished. I'm not sure if they can take this Baron. There's 2 up on Origin. No real ultis up. Yeah, it's fine. There's no way they can contest. That's like the blinking health bars, but nah. I wasn't thinking about it. That's so disgusting, dude. He just puts 2 bombs right on him, and as soon as he comes out of stasis, he's stunned. That's just so, like, so frustrating. That's like tilt, man. There's a nice heal from Sven. It's just, that was such a random Malphite ultimate. Why would you ever take that? It makes no sense to me. They were gonna get out fine until that Malphite ultimate. The package. I love it, dude. Yeah, so the package comes out from Corki to secure the kill. KS, kill secure. And they're just gonna straight up tank that mid lane turret. And this is the problem with Malphite in the current... okay, I shouldn't say in the current meta in general. because this is just one game. But this is the problem with Malphite in this game, is that he's an armor stacker against literally only one physical damage champion. Everyone else on Vitality does magic damage. It's like, if you're gonna pick a tank into this comp, pick like frickin' Mundo or something. Actually, Mundo wouldn't have been that bad, I don't think. Mundo could just chase everyone on Vitality down. I mean, he also has a terrible early game, and there's no redeemable traits other than that. Actually, well, Mundo's early game isn't as bad since they give him the E buff on the auto attack reset. Either way, Mundo doesn't provide any CC, which is like, when Mundo isn't OP, he's not that good in competitive because he does nothing. He's like Udyr. I mean, yeah, he's does damage and he's fast and he runs at you, but it's not that great, really. When you could have CC. So that's a one-man Malphite ultimate. It's just, oh my gosh. This Malphite has done literally nothing, and I'm not sure if it's because Soaz is bad at Malphite, or if it's because Vitality's playing around it really well. I'm just gonna withhold judgment on that until later. But that was a really good charm, but they aren't able to get anything out of it, unfortunately. Another nice charm, just hitting these. That was good. He teleports to the freaking turret. I love it. Anyways, yeah, so that's that game. I mean, at the end there wasn't really any doubt that Vitality would win. I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's just that Malphite pick wasn't really that good. Like, they should have picked a real top laner. Like should have picked a carry top laner. Or someone who can, like, match that Graves pick, I think. Or maybe even, like, a Nautilus pick would have been good. Because Nautilus is really... I actually would have liked to see a Nautilus instead of a Malphite. Because Nautilus can get down that guaranteed hit onto someone, get a pick. He's super tanky in the mid lane. Or, not in the mid lane, in the mid game with his W. So the Nautilus pick would have been fun to see. You know. But yeah, that was a fun game to watch, honestly. Vitality did pretty good. Anyways, thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for listening to my weird thoughts and whatnot on LCS. See you later.